Hi, this is David Bott, and
This is Gary Reber.
we're here, the Cruise Brothers, I
The
guess.
Cruise Brothers,
That's
yeah.
right, that's right. And what was that? A wonderful opportunity? Is that the way you put it, Gary?
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity being here and having so much fun putting this tremendous video together with all of our friends from the home theater industry that joined us on this cruise.
I mean, it was 7 days of just bliss, I guess, in the home theater world. All types of personalities. I mean, the people that we had.
Oh yeah, all of the great industry people and the experts and the enthusiasts and specialty dealers and the manufacturers. It was such a great time. I mean,
The Cruise Brothers.
There's the Cruise
There
Brothers.
they
Oh,
go.
there we go, man. There we go. Okay, a week you'll never forget. That's for sure.
Oh, that's because it's the cruise ship. It's the cruise
right.
ship is the event. I mean, where
Yeah,
else are you going to
yeah,
go in
yeah.
the world like this?
And this is the world's largest cruise ship.
It's 143,000 gross ton, Gary.
That's right. There's 5 of these in the Royal Caribbean lineup, and in fact, in the 2004 cruise that we're going to be doing, we'll be on a brand new ship.
Well, that's
virtually.
true. That's true. In 2004, it's going to be the Mariner of the Seas, I believe. That is what it's going to be. It's the fifth in the line of the Voyager class ships. I mean, look at these things. They're
But
beautiful.
look at the interiors on this thing. This is like a city on the water. It's unbelievable.
14
And
stories, Gary.
There's all these clubs and dance clubs and restaurants, and I mean, there's so much stuff to do on the ship. The ship, in and of itself, I think, is a destination.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's everything you ever wanted under one roof that floats.
Yeah, totally. Oh, and entertainment is incredible on this ship. About 2 nights out of the week, they have these tremendous Mardi Gras parades right down the center of the ship. The promenade is fantastic. The music, the rhythms.
It is. It's amazing what they can actually produce. Looking at these photos, I mean, it brings back so many memories. I mean, you can't believe this is actually happening on a cruise ship.
Yeah, and this is just part of the entertainment. You have the big theaters where they have the big Las Vegas style reviews, and we have the professional ice skating rink with the escapade type shows.
I mean,
and
look
all
at
of
that.
stuff.
That's a football field in length, and there's all these different bars that we have. And
yeah, look at that.
I mean, the possibilities here.
Oh, you can lose your money too.
Yeah, that's right. The casinos. Forgot about that aspect.
You know, but some people won. In fact, I heard that Ivana Manley from Manley Labs won $1,000.
Get out.
Yeah.
Well, of course, because of the home theater cruise. I mean, it's a theme cruise, and because of that, of course, we have these wonderful panels that you put together for the 2003 cruise.
Oh yeah, well that's really what it's really about, is the opportunity to be in a relaxed situation and learn from experts and on a level that you would never really even get from many of the conferences I've been to.
Right.
I've never got this much information out of it.
I mean, the panels we had that were put together for this 2003 voyage. I mean, we just had, the enthusiasts and the dealers and the reps and the manufacturers just facing off with these industry icons.
Yeah.
I mean, it just worked out well. We had panel discussions, we had one-on-ones. It really is something special, because if you're an end user, where do you get the chance to mingle with icons of the industry like this? Phil Ramone, Alan Parsons.
Oh, absolutely, and that's another big
Don Stewart.
point of this cruise, is that you have an opportunity as enthusiasts to become friends with these icons.
Yeah.
They're very friendly
Oh,
people.
they're very approachable. People don't understand that.
Yeah, and you can learn so much, and the networking opportunity on the ship is phenomenal. I mean,
and then the conferences themselves. I mean, besides being able to take part, there's just so much to them. The detail.
I mean, just listen to some of these little excerpts. I mean, I don't know how many hours we captured of conferences, but at some point those will be published, and it's just phenomenal, the material that we generated out of this thing. All cutting edge. Some very surprising information came out of this.
They're all the technologies and the topics that people are interested in regards to what's happening in the industry. Copy protection, big one. AV interfaces. How's that going to influence the future of products that are being made?
Absolutely. And the future of pre-recorded high definition, what kind of formats are going to
where are they
have?
going with
When's
that?
it going to happen? Is it going to happen in 2005, 2006, or 2007?
Right. There's just so much of information that is lacking, out in the regular area that everybody's doing behind the scenes.
That's right.
Yeah, but what's really the case?
Yeah, and this is information that everyone can benefit from. Not only some of the panelists even learned things. I mean, the experts even learned things that they didn't know about. So you got the dealers, you got the enthusiasts, manufacturers, everyone's learning. It's just fantastic.
It's the transfer of information. I mean, from dealer to manufacturer to reps to end users to people amongst themselves. I mean, learning from each other and where's video going and where's audio going? How are they going to get there together?
Yeah, and Don's presentation was so dynamic too.
Oh, Don Stewart puts on a great show.
He does, and the demo he did, and how screens actually work. I mean, there's so much science to screens that people really don't fully appreciate. I don't think.
Oh, of course. I mean, without the right screen, you don't have the right environment for movies or whatever you're doing. With
That's
the
right.
video.
And Joe Kane. I mean,
another
geez.
icon.
I mean, he's just phenomenal in his education for display technologies and calibrations and all the different test patterns that are involved to be able to optimize the performance of your picture.
Right, and he hits on some key points. Example, 10-bit or 12-bit processing right in the hardware. I mean, those are things that are needed. And Joe brings this up to the panels and says, "Hey, when are we going to have this?"
That's right. And he was just a phenomenal contributor, and he was fully accessible the entire cruise. I mean, I saw so many people gathered around Joe. That was unbelievable.
I mean, he's a very personable guy. He'll talk to you if he's passionate, so he'll sit there and talk to you until you can't take it anymore, because it's just he's such a wealth of information, and he's just so passionate about what he does.
Right, exactly. And Joe's going to be returning next year's cruise in 2004.
That's right. In fact, I think we've slated a number of hours for him because he's got so much information to give and share, not only with the manufacturers, dealers, and reps, and but of course the end users. He'll talk about technology to just about anybody. So it works out very well.
That's right. And like I said, one of the things that we're planning, putting on a different hat now for Widescreen Review, is to actually publish all of the transcripts from these conferences, from these panels and presentations. Well,
don't forget, the special edition you're going to do. But what we just saw there a minute ago, let me just bring that up real quick, is the question and answer sessions are very important. I mean, there was a member from the audience asking the panel a direct question, and the information that's provided where you get one-on-one activity to a full panel of experts is great. And that's one of the key things. We want to make sure we stress to people that, this is a full hands-on question and answer type situation all week long. These people are accessible.
Absolutely. And in fact, at the conclusion of the conferences, we allocated 2 full hours for nothing but Q&A with everyone involved.
Straight one-on-one.
Of the presenters, which was really fantastic dialogue that went on.
I mean, Phil Ramone, total icon. I mean, the man has how many Grammy
Producer of the
awards?
Grammys. The combination of all those guys up there.
There's
probably
over 30
around,
Grammys.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's great.
Phil Ramone, Frank Sinatra, Barbra Streisand, I mean, you name it. These guys are the powerhouse guys, and they're all at the cutting edge of surround music production, multi-channel music.
And they're willing to talk to us about things. I mean, that's their passion. They want to show where they're going with this music and how it can work in the home theater environment.
And then we have Alan Parsons came on board. I mean, phenomenal producer, musician, recording engineer.
But it's not all conferences, of course. It's the fun, the networking, things like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the parties. Oh, and the food.
The food. We'll get to that.
Well, we'll get to that. But yeah, the networking parties. I mean, everyone is so
Sam
open.
Runco,
Everyone is. Look how everyone's so relaxed and smiling and in t-shirts and in shorts this is not a formal thing. This is to let it go.
Have a good
Relax. Have a great time. Introduce yourself. Be aggressive. Go up to these people. They're all want to talk to you.
They're there. I mean, look at this. It's networking, talking what's going on in home theater, and where have you been, what you doing, and it all works out. I mean, several times I've heard in the past, like the 2002 cruise, for example, new ventures between companies have been formed.
That's right.
And I mean, it's a giant networking, and not only is it just networking for the dealers, reps, and manufacturers, but it's the end users who get to interact with these people.
That's right, and we all get to party together and have fun, and we go to these elaborate dinners. We have 2 formal nights on the cruise where we all get dressed up. If you want, it's optional.
It's optional.
But I liked it. You got into a tux, and we had a lot of fun at those dinners.
Right. I mean, it's unlike any event. I mean, you have the great trade shows of the industry, but this is a week-long party.
Lobster at dinner. I mean, the dinners were phenomenal. They offer you about 7 different entrees, and of course, if you want, you could order all 7.
Right, and it's like this
if you're
every
really
night.
hungry, I guess you could.
Every night it's like this.
I figured you could eat 12 times a day on the ship.
12 times? Is that what you figured out?
Yeah, with room service.
I mean, it's endless food, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it was just so fun. And the waiters are so personalized, and the service is so fantastic. We even just sit there dancing
in the dining room. That's right. Oh,
I mean, it's just so fun. And the waiters sang to us, and the kids programs on the ship, and they dressed all the kids up one of our nights at dinner in pirate costumes,
but
and
Gary,
they sang to us.
Gary, forget the food. It's also the various ports of call.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean, there's exotic destinations all over the place, and that's what we're going into here.
And,
Take a look at some of this footage.
Yeah, and you can never come to these ports too many times. I mean, there's just not, even though we're only there a day, it's really not enough time to see the full port. So you get little glimpses of it, but it's so fantastic. And the shopping. Oh man.
If you're in,
I tell you, if you're into jewelry, watch out, guys, because I tell you, your women loves of your life are going to go nuts in these duty-free ports.
I mean, the ports of call are just amazing. They really are. We have a number of them.
They're Sam waving.
Yeah. I mean, the ships are huge, and sometimes there's 5 of these things at port at one time.
That's
so
right.
It's just a carnival atmosphere. Well, there you go.
Totally. I bought 2 dolls from her, in fact.
But the exotic locations, I mean, these are places you can visit, at the different ports of call. You go on tour destinations, or you can go on your own. Get a tour person to get a taxi, it'll bring you around.
That's right.
There's snorkeling, there's all types of adventures, there's a lot of beaches, obviously, but that just adds to it. Almost every day, four different islands that we're at, and like I said, it's not like any other trade show.
Snorkeling adventures are fantastic. I mean, the ship provides all of these options.
This is a whole group of home theater cruise people all on one catamaran.
Yeah, everyone had such a great time, and there's St. Thomas. It's just fantastic. Right. And then look at our group.
It was a great time. It really was.
It totally was, and I'm looking so much forward to the 2004 cruise.
I mean, really. I mean, the 2004 cruise is already shaping up with the people that we have going aboard. All of our people from last year, I think the majority of them already said, can we come back? And I'm talking about the guest panel speakers.
Oh, yes.
They just had a great time, and the manufacturers that were on board, the sponsors that were there, they all want a piece of it for next year. And that's great, because all we're doing is, we're helping the home theater industry to have basically a week-long party. I mean, it's a great time.
I mean, thanks everybody for making this such a success, and we all welcome you back next year.
Yeah, please do. Thank you all, and it's been great talking to you.